Let me ask you something. What makes a basketball team truly great? Is it a star player dropping 30 every night? A relentless defense that smothers the competition? Or maybe it's the kind of chemistry that turns good teams into championship contenders? This season of women's college basketball is shaping up to be one of the most competitive ever, with a wild mix of rising programs, perennial powerhouses, and Cinderella stories in the making. The AP Top 25 list is stacked with teams that have something to prove and everything to fight for. But here's the twist. Every single one of these squads earned their spot for a reason. Some have been crushing their opponents with high-octane offenses, while others are locking it down with suffocating defense. And then there are those teams riding pure heart and hustle, clawing their way to the top. So today, we're diving deep into the list, starting with the scrappy underdogs barely holding on to their rankings and working our way to the absolute juggernaut at number 1. And trust me, by the time we hit the top, you're going to see why this season might just rewrite the history books. Let's tip this off at number 25. Number 25, Nebraska Cornhuskers, 5-1. The Nebraska Cornhuskers may be hanging on to the final spot in the top 25 after falling 4 places, but don't sleep on this team. With Alexis Markowski leading the way, this squad has one of the most versatile players in the Big Ten. Markowski can score, distribute, and shut down opponents on defense, making her a force to be reckoned with. The Cornhuskers are also built around a balanced offense, with strong shooting from the perimeter and powerful inside play. Number 24, Louisville Cardinals, 4-2. Louisville has rebounded after an early setback, finding their rhythm in both offense and defense. With standout players like Tajiana Roberts leading the way, the Cardinals have the ability to score from all areas on the floor. Roberts, known for her dynamic playmaking and shooting, has been a key contributor to the team's success. Recently, they climbed 1 spot in the rankings, showcasing their growth and readiness to compete at the highest level. Number 23, Alabama Crimson Tide, 6-0. The Alabama Crimson Tide have been dominant in their undefeated start, playing with an energy that has overwhelmed opponents. Leading the charge is Sarah Ashley Barker, an all-around star whose versatility has been a game-changer on both ends of the court. Her ability to score, defend, and create opportunities for her teammates has been the cornerstone of Alabama's success. Recently, they climbed 1 spot in the rankings, further cementing their status as a force to be reckoned with. If they continue to build on this momentum, they could be a serious contender as the season progresses. Number 22, Iowa Hawkeyes, 6-0. The Iowa Hawkeyes are one of the most efficient teams in the nation, and they've proven it with an unbeaten start to the season. With players like Lucy Olson stepping up, the Hawkeyes have shown they can dominate on both sides of the ball. Iowa's ability to execute on both ends of the floor has been impressive, and they are poised for a strong season, with the potential to go deep in the tournament if they continue to gel as a team. Number 21, Oregon Ducks, 6-0. The Oregon Ducks have remained undefeated thanks to their high-tempo offense and suffocating defense. They've found a dynamic leader in Deja Kelly, whose scoring and playmaking have energized the team. Kelly's contributions, combined with a strong supporting cast, have kept the Ducks firing on all cylinders. They climbed 2 places in the rankings, showcasing their continued dominance. As they face tougher matchups in the second half of the season, they'll undoubtedly be a team to watch. Number 20, North Carolina Tar Heels, 3-2. North Carolina has been impressive so far this season despite their record, thanks to a blend of experienced veterans and dynamic newcomers. Lexi Donarski has emerged as the team's top scorer, while Alyssa Ustby has been a dual threat, averaging a double-double and showing off her all-around game. With Ustby's rebounding prowess and Donarski's scoring ability, this team has the tools to make a serious push for the postseason as they continue to develop their chemistry. Number 19, Illinois Fighting Illini, 5-0. The Illinois Fighting Illini have been making noise in the Big Ten this season, climbing 3 spots in the rankings thanks to their strong all-around play. At the forefront of their success is Kendall Bostic, the team's leading scorer, whose ability to score from both inside and out has made her a constant offensive threat. The Fighting Illini's offense is dynamic and efficient, while their defense excels at pressuring the ball and forcing turnovers. With a balanced roster and solid team chemistry, Illinois has emerged as a serious contender in the conference. Number 18, Ole Miss Rebels, 3-1. Ole Miss has had a solid start to the season, with their defense playing a crucial role in their success. With players like KK Deans leading the way, Ole Miss has been locking down on opponents, making it hard for them to get easy baskets. The Rebels thrive on limiting turnovers and playing with poise, showing maturity in tough situations. Despite a recent dip that saw them fall by 1 spot in the rankings, if they can maintain their defensive consistency and improve their offensive flow, Ole Miss could make a deep run in the postseason. Number 17, TCU Horned Frogs, 6-0. The TCU Horned Frogs have been a revelation this season, showcasing an undefeated record built on a balanced offense and relentless defense. Sedona Prince, nearly averaging a double-double, anchors the team with her dominance in the paint, providing consistent scoring and a strong presence on the boards. Meanwhile, Hailey Van Lith, the team's second-best scorer, has added a dynamic edge with her ability to create plays and hit crucial shots when it matters most. After climbing 2 spots in the rankings, the Horned Frogs are a tough matchup for any opponent. If they continue this level of play, they'll remain a serious contender as the season progresses. Number 16, North Carolina State Wolfpack. 5-1. North Carolina State has had some ups and downs early this season, but their talent and depth have kept them firmly in the hunt. Players like Aziaha James have been instrumental in keeping the Wolfpack competitive, and their defense continues to be a point of pride. NC State is known for its ability to grind out wins, especially in close games, and their offensive play revolves around a mix of post moves and perimeter shooting. As the season progresses, NC State will continue to refine its strategy and aim for a high seed in the NCAA tournament. Number 15, Iowa State Cyclones. 5-1. The Iowa State Cyclones have been efficient and consistent early this season, continuing to prove their worth in the competitive Big 12. Led by standout performances from players like Audi Crooks, who has been crucial on both ends of the floor, the Cyclones' offensive system thrives on spacing and getting open shots. Defensively, they've been solid, limiting opponents' shooting percentage and contesting every shot. However, after falling by 7 places in the rankings, Iowa State will need to regroup and refine their game to stay competitive as they face tougher matchups ahead. Number 14, Kentucky Wildcats. 5-0. The Kentucky Wildcats have been making waves this season with a solid all-around performance that has propelled them to the upper echelon of the rankings. Leading the charge is Clara Strack, who has been a dominant force for Kentucky, averaging a double-double. Strack's ability to score, rebound, and control the game has been essential to the Wildcats' success. Her presence in the paint, combined with Kentucky's balanced offensive attack, has made them a formidable opponent. As a result of their strong play, the Wildcats climbed up 1 spot in the rankings this week. Number 13, Duke Blue Devils. 5-1. The Duke Blue Devils have been firing on all cylinders, with Ashlon Jackson leading the way as the team's standout performer. Jackson's scoring, leadership, and ability to control the tempo have been crucial to Duke's success this season. Her dynamic play has helped the Blue Devils climb 1 spot in the rankings, showcasing their potential as a top contender in the ACC. With a well-rounded roster that features skilled playmakers and strong defenders, Duke has developed a solid defensive identity, allowing them to thrive on both ends of the floor. As they continue to gel as a team, they are primed for a deep run this season. Number 12, West Virginia Mountaineers. 6-0. The West Virginia Mountaineers have been making waves this season, with J.J. Quinerly emerging as a key player on both ends of the floor. Quinerly's ability to impact the game offensively and defensively has been a driving force behind West Virginia's success. On top of that, the Mountaineers have shown incredible team chemistry, with a balanced attack that combines gritty defense, fast breaks, and smart shot selection. Their defense in particular has been stifling, making it difficult for opponents to get into any rhythm. The team's depth and versatility have allowed them to consistently execute on both ends of the floor. This all-around effort has helped them climb 1 spot in the rankings, and as the season progresses, they'll only get tougher to beat. Number 11, Ohio State Buckeyes. 5-0. Ohio State has been a force to be reckoned with this season, thanks to a dynamic blend of high-scoring offense and solid defense. With players like Chance Gray leading the charge, they've been able to dominate both in the half-court and transition. Gray's versatility as a scorer and defender has been a huge asset for the Buckeyes, and they've also benefited from great depth across the roster. Ohio State's defense is tough, limiting opponents' shooting and controlling the glass, while their offense can light up the scoreboard in a hurry. Number 10, Maryland Terrapins. 6-0. The Maryland Terrapins have been playing with impressive efficiency this season, and a key reason for their success has been the stellar play of Kayleen Smikle. Averaging nearly 20 points per game, Smikle has emerged as the team's top scorer, showcasing her ability to take over games and provide a steady offensive presence. Alongside her, Maryland has displayed a balanced offensive attack and solid defense, executing both ends of the floor with precision. Their strong team play has helped them climb 1 spot in the rankings this week. Number 9, Kansas State Wildcats. 5-0. The Kansas State Wildcats have been turning heads this season with a well-rounded team performance, led by their star player Ayoka Lee, who has been dominating as the team's top scorer. Lee's presence in the paint has been crucial, not only putting up points but also controlling the boards and impacting the defense. The Wildcats have also benefited from solid contributions across the roster, with players stepping up to support both offensively and defensively, creating a balanced and cohesive unit. Number 8, Oklahoma Sooners. 5-0. The Oklahoma Sooners have been building serious momentum this season, with Reagan Beers leading the charge as their top player. Beers has been dominant on both ends of the floor, showcasing her scoring ability, rebounding, and defensive presence. Her all-around game has been a key factor in Oklahoma's success, and her leadership has helped the Sooners climb the rankings by one spot. With a well-balanced roster that includes dynamic playmakers and tough defenders, Oklahoma has the depth to compete with the best in the country. As they continue to build on this success, they're looking to make a serious push for the top. Number 7. LSU Tigers. 6-0. LSU has been a dominant force this season, and a large part of that success is due to the scoring ability of Flau'jae Johnson. The star guard has been carrying the offense, putting up impressive numbers in both scoring and assists. LSU's offense is one of the most dynamic in the country, with a mix of inside-out play and an aggressive transition game. But it's not just Johnson who's making waves. LSU has a balanced lineup that thrives in multiple areas. Their defense has also been tough, often stifling opponents' rhythm and forcing turnovers. As they continue to refine their play, LSU is a team to watch, and they're certainly poised to make a deep tournament run. Number 6. USC Trojans. 4-1. The USC Trojans have quickly become one of the most exciting teams to watch this season, with Juju Watkins emerging as a star. Her scoring ability and leadership on both ends of the floor have been key to the Trojans' success. But it's not just Watkins carrying the load. USC has depth, with several players stepping up to contribute, particularly in transition. The Trojans' up-tempo style and aggressive defense have given them a distinct edge in games, forcing opponents to play at their pace. However, despite their strong play, USC fell by 3 spots in the rankings this week. With a strong core of players and a high-energy approach, USC is primed to challenge for a top spot in the national rankings. Number 5. Texas Longhorns. 4-0. The Texas Longhorns are off to an undefeated start, but after a recent performance, they fell by 1 place in the rankings. A large part of their success so far can be attributed to forward Madison Booker, their current standout player. Booker's aggressive play style, both offensively and defensively, has given the Longhorns a major edge. Her rebounding ability, shot-blocking presence, and scoring versatility make her a matchup nightmare for opponents. But it's not just her. Texas has a deep roster filled with dynamic players who contribute in all facets of the game. Next on the list, losing their number 1 ranking, another powerhouse, South Carolina Gamecocks. Number 4. South Carolina Gamecocks. 5-1. The South Carolina Gamecocks may have suffered an early loss this season, causing them to fall by 3 ranks, but don't be quick to write them off. With a mix of relentless defense and an offense capable of exploding at any moment, this team is still capable of defending their championship title. The Gamecocks' strength lies in their ability to dominate both ends of the floor, and a key player in their resurgence is Tehina Paopao. Paopao has been leading the charge, proving to be an outstanding scorer and facilitator. Her court vision and ability to control the tempo are exactly what the Gamecocks need to stay in the hunt for the top spot. As South Carolina fine-tunes their execution, they're sure to be a force as the season unfolds. Number 3. Notre Dame Fighting Irish. 5-0. Notre Dame has been rolling this season, maintaining an undefeated record and showing why they're a top contender for the national championship. With an explosive offense and a defense that can lock down when needed, the Fighting Irish are looking strong. A big part of their success is the play of Hannah Hidalgo, who was also crowned AP Women's Basketball Player of the Week. She has been lighting up the scoreboard with nearly 25 points per game, along with 6.2 rebounds. Her versatility on both ends of the floor has made her a nightmare for opposing teams. Hidalgo's scoring ability, combined with her leadership, has propelled Notre Dame to the top of the rankings. After climbing 3 spots, the big question remains, can they topple the giants of the women's game, like the next 2 teams ahead of them? Number 2. UConn Huskies. 4-0. UConn is a perennial powerhouse, and this season is no different. Paige Buchers, one of the most electrifying players in women's basketball, has been leading the offense with her scoring, playmaking, and leadership. Her ability to control the tempo of the game and create opportunities for her teammates makes her a constant threat on the court. But it's not just Buchers who is making noise. Sarah Strong has been exceptional on the defensive end, providing the Huskies with a strong defensive presence that can shut down any opponent. Strong's ability to guard multiple positions and disrupt plays has been key in UConn's success, complementing Buchers' offensive firepower perfectly. Together, they form one of the most dangerous duos in college basketball. In first place, after climbing 4 spots in the rankings, all eyes are on the UCLA Bruins. Number 1. UCLA Bruins. 5-0. At the top of the list, UCLA has been nothing short of dominant dominant, with Lauren Betts playing a key role in their success. The 6'7" center has been a force to be reckoned with, averaging a double-double and making her presence felt on both ends of the court. Betts' ability to control the paint, whether scoring, grabbing rebounds, or blocking shots, has elevated the Bruins to new heights. But it's not just her. UCLA's depth and team chemistry have been key factors in their success. With a strong supporting cast, including savvy playmakers and versatile defenders, they've become a well-rounded, almost unstoppable force in women's college basketball. As we look ahead to the rest of the season, one question lingers. Which underdog team will emerge and challenge the top contenders for the championship? Will UCLA continue to dominate, or will UConn prove their dynasty is far from over? Could a surprise player rise to the occasion and lead their team to an unexpected title run? And how will the shifting power dynamics in the rankings affect the strategies of these elite programs? One thing's for sure, this season promises drama, excitement, and plenty of unforgettable moments. What are your predictions?